Okay, sir, so I'm not being charged today, and I haven't been charged
No,
already.
no, but the way I do this job is I like to give a verbal warning first.
Okay,
They
and
brought, they brought me in well over 100 emails and lists of phone calls.
and none of them that actually had, messed up or disturbing content were recent. None of them were, I can assure you that.
But they don't want to hear from you anymore.
Okay, so that's just Ken and Heidi? That just those two people?
Yeah. And if you do it, start doing it to anyone else there, and they make a complaint, we'll add them to the list.
But so if someone else okay, yeah, I'm not going to deal with the maintenance people. I haven't dealt with the maintenance people. I haven't talked to the maintenance people in over 6 months, sir.
You're not a client over there anymore. You have no reason to call anyone over there.
Listen, they run this place. They're the management. The only way that I can, so I can no longer report my income to Heidi or Ken, then who do I report it to? Who do I report my wages to as I have a job, when I do get a job anyway. I don't have one now. I just got laid off. But when I do get a job, how am I supposed to report my wages? Because they told me that I could only do that through them.
Well, if it's business like that, they can request it from you if you just send a quick email saying
that's fine, but here's one thing, officer. This seems pretty darn convenient to happen considering the fact that Heidi told me today in an email that I could email her a photo of my proof of termination work document that I received from my employer, that would be sufficient enough for her to report that and change my rent, because I'm only getting paid $300 a month on SSI and my rent is $261. When I sign my lease, the lease says that I am only supposed to be paying 1/3 of my income, and she told me to report this by photo in an email today, and I did that. And I also sent another email asking her to confirm that she received this email. So you're telling me that I'm not allowed to follow up on this important matter that happened today.
email.
What?
You've sent hundreds of emails.
Listen, I'm talking about the ones today. I'm talking about my wages that I had to report, that I finally was able to get the proper documents to report, and now I can't have any contact. Now I can't report my wages in any matter, or else I'm going to get a harassment charge.
Yep. Unless she's requesting information from you, you're not to contact them or call them. She can't answer her phone anymore during the workday because over 60% of the calls are from you.
That's bullshit. I called her maybe twice in the last 3 weeks. Anything that she sent to you was not from recent times. They were from long ago during the process that they were trying to evict me, that I actually paid for a lawyer, and the lawyer proved me to be in the right, that I was not doing anything wrong because I've been under serious mental distress. That was what was found. And guess what? My eviction notice got canceled because I was in the right. And that's, us people here, it doesn't matter if we're not a client of Jefferson Center for Mental Health, because this is still under Jefferson Therapeutic Living Apartments, officer. And by the way, I do have this whole entire phone conversation recorded, and I have you on record saying that I am not being charged during this phone call. I have you saying that twice. So don't try to fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, officer.
Any further unsolicited phone calls or emails?
Okay, well, I will have my Aunt Norma. I will have my Aunt Norma contact them. You know, how about that? Guess what? That's not me doing it. And I will also have my lawyer contact them because this is very, very wrong. We are mentally disabled people, all of us here. And it doesn't matter if we're seeing a therapist at JCMH. That doesn't matter. We qualified to live here because of the fact that we are mentally disabled, officer.
I'm listening to you, sir.
You know, we are here because we are mentally disabled, and that is all that matters. And I have reported last week that my garbage disposal has been broke, and they won't do anything about it. Well, guess what? My rights don't change just because I had one incident with the maintenance people over a year ago. Anything where I actually had any interaction with the maintenance people happened over a year ago, and this was also brought up. And when I had a lawyer talk to Ken and Heidi and their lawyer over the phone. You know that? They got to get a lawyer scot-free, but what did I have to do? I had to sell nearly all of my stuff to get a fucking lawyer so that way I could bust their balls and prove that I'm in the right. And guess what, sir? I will do the same thing here. I am being discriminated against now at this point since they are taking legal action to not have anything to do with someone that's mentally ill. Well, guess what? Heidi and Ken should not be working at their jobs, sir. They do not deserve the jobs that they have.
Okay. Well, sir, you've been warned, and you have a good night.
Go fuck yourself and don't fucking, press charges on me because I ain't gonna do nothing after this call. But don't fucking play games with me. I already have you recorded saying that, you're not gonna charge me tonight.
Richard, good night.
No, it's not a good night. And who are you, sir? What's your name?